Hey there, something that is becoming incredibly clear to me through the interviews I'm doing with people with the silver lining is just the real sheer importance of doing the heavy lifting with the spiritual work, with the shadow work, with looking within oneself to find trapped trauma, different things, different trapped emotions, things that are stuck with us that are no longer serving us and getting rid of them. This was a huge turning point for me in my healing. And again, in talking to, now I've probably done 15 different interviews. I know that might not seem like a lot, but there is just this one common theme in a lot of them, in that people have really stared down some demons inside, dealt with some things that were very uncomfortable and unpleasant to really make the healing space occur. And it just is a very beautiful thing to hear, because it's encouraging to let me know I'm on the right path with doing these interviews, with trying to figure out what it is for those of us that have gotten well versus what it isn't for those of us who are stuck and not getting better, and what that difference is. And again, I think this is really it. Looking to do the heavy lifting of the spiritual side of healing and health, and addressing that wellness and the need to find greater inner peace, greater self-love, forgiveness, acceptance, grace, so many different things that are vital to our health that I think aren't addressed enough and given enough credit to really know how that can undermine the body if things are not put into the right space and energy and vibration. And it's imperative that we do look at these things. And it's not maybe just going to a therapist. There's a lot of different ways that you can get help with stuff like this: journaling, meditation, breath work, talking to others, reaching out to people like me who have gone through this, maybe for some ideas. You can watch a lot of the different videos I've shared, different ideas on how to go ahead and try to lance the beast or the demons or whatever it is that's trapped inside, to free it, to release it, to get it out of the spirit, so that you can move on and move forward and come into new energy and new space. And I think about that too. When we shed past things, it gives us space to step into newness and to bring in new things. And that's a lot of what I focused on when I was healing, was especially with breath work, like breathing out the old, the negative, the bad, the toxic that no longer serves me, and breathing in the new, the vitality, the life force, the newness, the energy that I want to harness, the health, the abundance, the prosperity. And I focus really on moving that through my body a lot. And again, it's just these little techniques that we can add in that are going to enhance connection to self and to God, to energy source, to allow us to really make space for the healing to occur. So I would encourage you, if you're struggling with chronic illness, doesn't necessarily even have to be Lyme or tick-borne illness. It can be anything that's more on a long-term scale, and you're not getting better and you're doing all the things that they tell you should be doing. This is another area to examine. And maybe you've gone down this road before, but not gotten quite the results that you want. Keep searching, because I do think that this is a critical component, and it's not something that happens overnight. I've seen countless healers along my journey, or people to guide me down different avenues to figure out ways to open doors, to find hidden skeletons, if you will, of trapped things that were just causing me, again, discomfort, anger, fear, just negative spectrum emotions. Again, those are the best word I can use to think of how to encompass all of them. But I was harboring so much inside. And until I got that out of me, I was never going to get better. It was just going to stay stuck. And it happens one shift at a time, one thought at a time, one tiny pebble at a time, to build up the wall to climb out of it. But you have to begin. And that's really the important thing here. And hopefully, for those of you who have been listening to these interviews, you're getting a lot out of them, because again, for me, I'm getting so much out of them, and they've been very special to me. And I just really hope for others that you can listen and hear these people's stories, and how they all have that common theme of having to wrestle with the internal hard stuff to get to the other side, to health again. So if I can help you with this further, you want to please feel free to leave comments about this. If you had your own experience about this, you'd like to be interviewed for the silver lining. Again, I'm looking for people specifically who have healed from Lyme disease and tick-borne illness, and potentially can help shed some light on what are some of the good things that have come out of sickness? And again, this is something for me that is one of the good things that have come out of it, was the greater connection to self that I've gained, and self-love and self-forgiveness, and just comfort in my own skin and my own being again. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's not always there every day, but most days I'm in a really good space and connection with self. And I can remind myself on the days where maybe I falter a little that this too shall pass. You need a good night's sleep, refocus and revitalize yourself, and connect again the next day, and it's good. So just keep practicing. It's like a muscle, like anything in our body, we strengthen it over time, and we get greater the ability to handle these exercises and to handle whatever comes up for us and to process it. We just acquire more tools along the way. All right, take care. Good luck on your journey.